let's add rational expressions with unlike denominators this time. This might be a little bit longer video. It may be 3 minutes or so. We're going to start off by factoring so we can get a least common denominator. And the factors of this difference of two squares would be the square root of x squared, which would be x, the square root of 1, which would be 1 will be positive, 1 will be minus. And for this, when we factor it, the first terms are x. The terms that multiply to give you 2, that add or subtract to give you 3 would be 2 and 1. The signs will be the same as each other. They're both going to be negative. All right, so what we see is that we have x minus 1 in this fraction and this fraction. So my least common denominator that I'm going to need to use, I only want to write that x minus 1 down once, and then the x plus 1, and then the x minus 2. Okay, so what we're going to have to do now is to add them, the common denominators have to be the same. Now this one right here is missing the x minus 2. So I'm going to multiply x minus 2 in the denominator and in the numerator. That would just be 1, so I'm not really changing its value. And then what I have left is this denominator, and I will actually FOIL this part here. And on the bottom one, what I don't have is the x plus 1. So let's multiply the bottom one by x plus 1 so that we have the same denominators. Remember that whatever you do to the bottom, you've got to do to the top. Okay, so on this one, we want to FOIL it. The first terms will be x squared. The outside is 3x, the inside is 2x. 3x minus 2x would be x, and then negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 over the common denominator that we have written down already. Now, we'll distribute this. That's 2x plus 2 with distribution, same denominator. All right, so now that we have that, we get to go and combine the like terms in the numerator. We only have 1x squared, so we'll write him down. This x plus this 2x would be 3x. Negative 6 plus 2 would be negative 4, all over our common denominator that we will just write one time this time. Now let's factor that. First terms would be x. The factors of 4 that add or subtract to give you 3 would be 4 and 1. The signs are different. The bigger one will be positive. So it's a positive 4 and a negative 1. All right, now what we're left with is this x minus 1 is common with this x minus 1. So they'll cancel. And you're left with x plus 4 over x minus 2 times x plus 1. And we want to state the domain can be any x's, any real numbers, except x cannot equal a 2, x cannot equal a negative 1, and x cannot equal a positive 1.